citizenship. I mean, it's a very, very ambitious plan. It will greatly expand the role of government. It will fundamentally change the role of government in your life. There'll be a big government program at almost every stage of your life. If everything that Bernie Sanders wants, for example, is in there. So, the problem is, even within the Democratic Party, they're fighting. Because you have the progressive wing and you have the more moderate wing, and they don't seem to be willing to kind of find the areas of agreement and circle the wagons and then take the political fight to the Republicans. They're fighting each other. And I think what's going to happen is this whole thing may end up dead or largely gutted before the Republicans ever have a crack at it, which may be fun. Here's a good example of I'm gonna start calling these people the sensible people and the ideologues. Okay, so here's a sensible guy, Representative Richard Neal. He's a Democrat from Massachusetts. He wants to have Medicare start providing vision benefits and hearing benefits and dental benefits, but he doesn't think you can do it all at once. So it would be this coverage would be phased in over a number of years. And Bernie Sanders pointed the finger at him and said, "This is terrible. What are you going to make people wait until 2028 to start getting dental benefits?" Now, they have the same problem in the Republican Party, by the way, since, again, I implore you to understand they're exactly the same. The Republican Party also has a group of sensible people and then a group of ideologues. But I think there's less public infighting within the Republican Party. There's definitely plenty of it. Just ask Cheney about being on the wrong side of the ideologues in that party. But man, something like this that every person in the Democratic Party should be in favor of to some extent, because that's what they're supposed to stand for, and they can't get it off the ground. Because for every Bernie Sanders, you have a Joe Manchin. And Joe Manchin, while Bernie Sanders is yelling and screaming about we got to give everybody everything right now, Joe Manchin is saying, I don't know if I'm even comfortable giving half of this. And they went to Joe Manchin and they said, listen, we're going to start taxing corporations, and this will be 100% paid for. And normally someone would, like a Joe Manchin, would say, oh, okay. And he said, even if it is totally paid for, he may not support it. So, to the extent that you want to see a massive expansion of government benefits and support at every stage of your life, this is bad news for you, because all the fissures in the Democratic Party are coming to the surface, and they may not be able to agree on how they're going to move forward. And if you don't want that, then this is music to your ears that they're fighting amongst themselves. Let's get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee, and then, if you are stopped by an LAPD officer, or you go up to an LAPD officer needing help, they will fill out a little card, a field interview card, and an organization just found out all the stuff that they're asking and putting on that card, and we'll see if you're comfortable with it. Kfi Am 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
A man from Santa Barbara has been indicted on charges in connection with the murders of his two young kids in Mexico. Federal officials say the man is facing 2 counts of foreign first-degree murder. The charges make him eligible for the death penalty. The man's accused of taking his 2-year-old son and 10-month-old daughter to Mexico last month to kill them. Shoppers will soon be able to grab what they need and leave without having to open their wallets at a Whole Foods store in Sherman Oaks. Amazon announced it will bring its cashierless technology to 2 Whole Foods stores for the first time next year. Cameras and sensors will track what's taken off the shelves, and items will be charged to an Amazon account after customers leave the store. The American drug company Novavax says it's in the early stages of testing for a combination of the flu and COVID-19 vaccine. Novavax says a study for the vaccine will be conducted in Australia. It will involve more than 600 healthy adults between the ages of 50 and 70 to determine the safety and immunity response for the vaccine. Stevie Wonder will headline Global Citizens Live 24-hour event in Los Angeles later this month to help raise money for more COVID-19 vaccine doses and raise awareness of climate change and poverty. Other performers who will take part include her, Adam Lambert, and Demi Lovato. It'll be at the Greek Theater on September 25th. The London lineup will include Duran Duran, Kylie Minogue, Dragon Bone Man. And officials in Maryland are looking for 5 zebras that are on the run. Animal control officials say the zebras escaped from a farm about a week ago. This woman saw one and says the first thing she looked at, she wasn't quite sure what it was.
I thought it was a deer for about 3 seconds, and then I noticed it was actually a zebra.
Officials say the animal's latest strategy has been to split up. So 3 zebras have gone in one direction, and the other 2 zebras went in the other. Let's take a look at your drive now, and Jeff Baugh is checking your commute on the 101. No zebras, I hope.
No zebras, no, we're okay here, but do be heads up. This is Agora Hills now. Westbound 101 to Canaan. The right lane is blocked. Now, I know there's a big old right shoulder and right turn off there, so just be careful, but it is full speed approaching. Now, the eastbound 101 across San Fernando Valley, South 405, South 170, all that. It's just morning drive slow, nothing unusual to warn you about. There is a bit of a problem still playing out Mission Hills, westbound 118 at Havenhurst, just past 405. There was something there that's cleared. It's still a little slow going through. And in Baldwin Park, oh my goodness, a bad problem now. West 7th at 605, got a whole bunch of lanes blocked. A little farther west at Santa Anita, lanes blocked there as well, so it's slow going through. Once you get past Rosemead, then finally things are pretty good. Kfi and this guy get you there faster. I'm Jeff Baugh.
NFL football kicks off this weekend. The Rams welcome the Bears, and the Chargers take on the Washington football team in D.C. In baseball, the Angels lost to the Padres. The Dodgers, well, they fell to the Cardinals. But the Dodgers have a chance tonight to make things right. Catch all the action on our partner station, AM 570 LA Sports. I'm Mo Kelly, KFI Sports.
When Bill and I needed new windows over 20 years ago, we picked a company we thought would do a good job. We were so disappointed.
So we saw a genuine need for a company with strong character, one that people could have faith in.
American Vision Windows was born right then and there.
What sets American Vision Windows apart is easily the culture. Their greatest investment is in their employees, and it shows.
It was a great experience. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
I've been in the construction trade for 35 years. The level of quality of products that they use for their prep work was top-notch.
American Vision Windows continues to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. It's so simple.
Happy employees, happy customers.
For a limited time, American Vision Windows will pay the tax. Plus, you won't need to make payments for 6 whole months. Call 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or visit AmericanVisionWindows.com. On approved credit, not all applicants will qualify. Some restrictions apply. Call or see website for details. Offer ends 10/31/2021. CSLB number 778326.
SoCal weather from KFI. Mostly sunny today. Highs will range from the mid-70s to low 80s at the beaches. Mid-80s to upper 80s for Metro LA and OC. Mid-90s to right at 100 for the valleys in the IE with a slight chance of showers or thunderstorms there. We do have a heat advisory in effect for much of SoCal through tomorrow night at 9. And another flex alert was extended into today from 4 to 9 p.m. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jones Lee.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Have you been denied a home loan or refinance because you're self-employed, earn 1099 income, or even a real estate investor? You're missing out. Most lenders make approval seem impossible, especially if you're self-employed. Stop watching everyone take advantage of the lowest mortgage rates in history while you're stuck on the sidelines. Accelerate Capital, the premier lender designed for the self-employed. Our approval process is based on common sense, using bank statements, 1099 income, profit loss statements, rental income, or even stated income to qualify at the lowest rates available. Fast. Conventional lenders cannot do this. When others say no, we say yes. Call 800-811-9702, 800-811-9702, or visit acceleratecapital.com.
EXCEME, acceleratecapital.com.
Equal housing lender. Call for details. NMLS ID number 1165716. Not all will qualify. California DFCI license number 41DDO45150. Additional restrictions may apply. Loans made or arranged pursuant to the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act.
Accident, holding to be, call Jacob in the morning. Call Jacob. Live.
KFI AM 640.
Local.
And our radio station.
Show. He'll be along at 9 o'clock. Tell us what's on his mind today. Top stories we're covering for you. The Department of Justice says it's getting ready to sue the state of Texas over that new abortion law. Also, a little closer to home, LA Unified School District is going to vote today on a proposal that would require all students aged 12 and over to be vaccinated against COVID-19 if they're going to come to class in person. And the Brennan Center for Justice, a not-for-profit organization, got their hands on copies of the field interview cards that LAPD uses. LAPD officers talk to all kinds of people every day that they do not arrest. They talk to all kinds of people every day that they have no thought of arresting. But they still keep a record of the interaction on a field interview card. So it turns out, one of the things that they're collecting on the field interview card, your social media accounts. There's another thing they're apparently collecting that I'll get to in a minute that in a way might even be more upsetting. But let's focus on this just for a moment. You can see the reaction from privacy advocates coming a mile away. Why are they collecting your social media accounts? You're not being arrested. And that's a separate discussion, I suppose, that once you're actually arresting a person, you have probable cause that they've committed a crime. Do you want their social media accounts for the investigation? Maybe. But if they're not arresting you, you're just a person they had contact with. Why do they want your social media accounts? Well, back in 2015, they added that part to the field interview. And at the time, the chief was Charlie Vex, and he said, you know, this is similar to a nickname or an alias that a person might have. Your online persona or the identity that you use for social media can be highly beneficial to investigations. Oh. So it sounds like every time, and the officers on the street, that's not, nobody's pointing the finger at them. This is a departmental policy. But the idea is any contact that an officer has with anybody could be a witness to something. We want to get information in case we need to do some investigations against this person later. Now, that might not be that objectionable, but you have to remember that 3 police officers from the Metro Division have criminal charges against them because they were using these field cards to falsely tag people as being gang members. Not mistakenly, falsely. So there's at least that case that shows the potential for abuse of this whole system. Then you get into, if you collect a lot of information on a field interview card and you don't need to arrest the person, well, then you can just stop people willy-nilly, get a lot of information about them, and you never have to follow through and kind of put up or shut up by arresting them for something, and therefore it's just racial profiling and they're just gathering information to gather it, and if they're stopping to talk to you or pulling you over, that's a pretext. They have no intention of writing you a ticket. They're going to pull you over, they're going to make up a reason, they're going to get that field interview card, now they've got a lot of your information, and off you go. So that's the objection to the whole thing. LAPD apparently, in light of this information coming out, told, it was The Guardian, they told a reporter from The Guardian just 2 days ago, that they are in the process of updating those field interview cards. We don't know exactly what they're going to change, if they're going to add more, if they're going to take that social media line off of it. At some point, perhaps we'll find out. There's another thing, though, that may be even more upsetting, and that is apparently they want your social security number. I'm not even talking about, what would the police do with my social security number? I just don't want my social security number written down by hand on a physical card. That does not seem very safe for a social security number. It's very unclear why they would need it. I'm not even 100% sure why they want it. I understand why they want the social media information, because the more social media information that they have, the more monitoring of social media that they can do looking for potential threats. And they're getting into business with a company called Media Sonar. Media Sonar tracks social media for police departments. And LAPD is purchasing some of their software. They're not spending a ton of money on it. $73,000 as an initial purchase of this software. But what Media Sonar will do is they'll give you the software and they will pre-build for you a list of keywords. So the software will go out, you tell it what accounts you want it to look at, and it'll monitor those accounts looking for certain keywords that might indicate drug activity or gang activity or weapons activity. It has the slang that's being used, the hashtags that are being used by the bad people, and then give you an alert. Hey, there might be a drug deal going on. Hey, there might be a gang hit coming up. The Social Security number, I don't really understand what they would do with it. Here's the other part of it. They are instructed to tell the person that by law, you have to give them your Social Security number. I don't think that's true. No attorney that I've talked to is aware of any law that would require you to give a police officer your Social Security number. After you've been arrested, it's a very different deal. But if you're just having a conversation and they fill out a field interview card, nobody can figure out what law would require you to do it. And these officers on the street who have enough to contend with already are being told by management, oh, and by the way, you got to get their Social Security number, and if they don't want to give it to you, you should tell them they have to by law. Not cool. Not cool at all. And this is why a lot of police officers don't like their leadership. Because they're trying to do a good job. And the overwhelming percentage of officers want to be fair and righteous about what they do. And then sometimes from up above come these agendas. And they're the ones who have to implement. Get a news update from Jennifer Jones-Lee. And then we will continue here. Interesting case A woman is being charged in the death of a cop. But wait till you hear how that officer was killed. It's kind of weird. This is KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
20 Democratic attorneys general have voiced their support for a lawsuit challenging South Carolina's new abortion law. The prosecutors argued in a brief filed in federal court yesterday the restrictive measure could harm their states by taxing resources if women go across borders to get care. People in New York are preparing for even more flooding today. There's a line of severe storms that dumped heavy rain last night. Forecasters say scattered showers could linger into the afternoon. And Southwest Airlines' buy one, get one free deal has a major twist. Booking a round-trip ticket or 2 one-way tickets for travel through November 18th will get you that free companion pass to use in early 2022, that is. The twist is you have to buy now because the deal ends at the close of business today. We'll take a look at your drive with BKFI in the sky in the 10 next.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Ever since Duffy Power Services became a sponsor here at KFI, I've been getting a lot of questions about how backup generators actually work. So here goes. Once Duffy evaluates your home, they hook you up with the perfect generator to meet all of your needs. Then, when the next outage occurs, while everyone around you loses power, your generator automatically takes over and life continues uninterrupted. When the power comes back on, the generator turns itself off. It's just that easy. What's also easy is 0% interest financing and payments as low as $72 a month, which makes your emergency power totally affordable. Now, as you know, the pandemic has everything in short supply, so don't wait. Call today and Duffy will make sure your life, your comfort, and your safety won't be interrupted during the next outage or any of the ones after that. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say Duffy Power. Pound 250 Duffy Power, or find them on the web at duffypower.com. That's DUPHIE power.com.
Tired of the BS? We spent $500,000 on rent. Result $8 million for legacy motorcyclists.
SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny with a slight chance of showers and highs from the mid-70s at the beaches to the upper 90s inland. This report is brought to you by iAccidentLawyer.com. Let's check your drive on the 10.
You betcha. Well, it's section of the West End. Boy, it's no fun at all coming off Kellogg Interchange over to the 605. There was a couple of problems, actually still are, but one was at the Baldwin Park on-ramp, kind of a serious problem there. That's going away pretty quick. But then just past the 605 around Santa Anita, yet a more serious problem. That's clearing over the shoulder. So, again, it's just real slow now. Coming off Kellogg through the 605 through Santa Anita, and then finally things will improve a little bit for you. Into the San Fernando Valley, it's getting confusing now. Westbound 101 at Havenhurst, just past the 405. We had a lane block there for a while. It's really added to a difficult drive. Even the West 134 starting Hollywood Way all the way across to the 405 and through about Reseda. It's just plain slow. South 405 at Getty, there was yet another problem. That slowed the drive down coming away from Sherman Way. And finally, Diamond Bar now, South 57, well, it's just kind of slow from that point up and over the hill. Down to about Orange County, get a northbound problem, north of the 91. At least that has cleared for you. KFI in the sky gets you there faster. I'm Jeff Paul.
This report is sponsored by Mercury Insurance. Saving money is smart, but you know what's smarter? Bundling your home and auto policies with Mercury Insurance. You could save a few $100 and get amazing service, too. Get a quote today at mercuryinsurance.com. Mercury Insurance. Smart insurance for smart people.
Hi, it's Erin Andrews here for my friends at Cuddly. Each year, 6.5 million animals enter rescue centers looking for a second chance at life. The community on Cuddly helps these underdogs win. Cuddly champions animal rescues and makes it easy for you to donate essential items like food, toys, medication, and even surgery to the animal of your choice. Log on to Cuddly.com and learn how you can save a furry friend today.
Take a look at your legs. Are your veins twisty, bulging, painful, and embarrassing? West Medical offers the latest minimally invasive solutions to erase varicose veins fast. Varicose veins are caused by broken valves, and they don't heal on their own, so don't wait. Call 1-800-WEST-MED for a private consultation. Treatments are covered by most PPO insurance, and they also offer great financing. Call 1-800-WEST-MED or visit westmedical.com today.
The most important financial decision you'll make isn't picking the next top stock or fund manager.
It's choosing the right financial advisor. How do you pick the advisor that's right for you? Find out in a special encore presentation at our virtual event with Rick Edelman on Tuesday, September 14th at 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. It's free. Register at EdelmanFinancialEngines.com. You'll get advice on how to select the right financial advisor, and you'll get a list of the 11 questions to ask before hiring one. Take this list with you when you interview financial advisors, and if you already have one, use the checklist to evaluate if they are right for you. You will get all the information you need, and Rick will make it fun and entertaining. It's free, so register right now for a special encore presentation of our virtual event on September 14th at 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. Register at EdelmanFinancialEngines.com. That's EdelmanFinancialEngines.com.
I am one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC,
which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body.
I am living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy.
Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation.